There's a pretty one, Ulysses. There it is.
Hello BookTube, I'm Shawn the Book Maniac. Welcome back to my channel. This is my review of A Place for Us by Fatima Farheen Mirza, which I read as part of my duties as one of the many judges for the BookTube prize. And I just finished it the other day. And spoiler alert, I absolutely loved it. This novel just touched my heart so deeply, and it's going to be hard for me to talk about it without crying. I don't cry. I read for emotional satisfaction. That's my number one reason for reading, but I rarely actually cry, and I came the closest I have come in many years to sobbing in public, which isn't saying much, but for me it is saying a lot that I really thought I was going to lose it in public. Once at a Starbucks and once on a train. Just this novel just got all the way inside me. And also, I'm also one of the best readers because I don't even know who Jessica Sarah Parker is. She was a movie star or something. So I don't care about the celebrity stuff about the publication. That's all lost on me. I just read it on its own merits, and merits galore here, people. This is one of the most beautiful novels I've read in a long time. Just so deeply moving. It is a character-driven novel, which I love. That is not for every reader. It is a quiet novel, not a whole lot happens. All of those things are yes, beautifully written. It's about a Muslim American family and their friendship with another Muslim American family and all of the implications and cross connections that flow out of that. And I love family dramas when they're well done, and this was just pitch perfect. Mirza takes you so deep inside did we ever get the surname of the... I don't think we ever get the surname, but the father and mother are Rafiq and Layla, and the three children are Hadi is the oldest, Huda is the middle girl, and Ammar is the young son. And in Ammar, Mirza has created one of the most adorable, lovable characters. I mean, he's infuriating, and I might be in the minority of readers who found him so adorable, but I just loved him so much. And for her to create a character, because I'm not used to just falling in love with characters, it happens occasionally, but I loved him so much. I loved most of the characters a lot. I just thought they were so vividly drawn, and what Mirza does in a way that few writers I've read in the last few years have been able to do is create really small moments between characters, and in those small moments reveal a novel's worth of character development. And it just kept happening again and again, and all of those explosions of incident revealing character just pulled me deeper inside the novel. So themes in here are spirituality. I am not a religious person. I thought I might have trouble with how much faith was in this family, and I loved all of that. It was so beautifully explained and described, and the various characters struggling with it and making their peace with it and trying to adhere to it and trying to rebel against it. All of that was just fabulous and beautiful. And racism, this story carries through the 9/11 stuff, and that's done. And I love the fact that the social issues don't overtake the novel. This is a novel about a family, and things from the outside world affect the family, but it's about the family. And young first love. There's kind of almost like a Romeo-Juliet love story at the heart of the novel, and I'm not going to say very much about it. I think you just need to read the book. But that was also so beautifully told. Getting back to the small moments, one of my favorites was the oldest girl, Hadia, was the dutiful older, the archetype. The oldest child is the dutiful, responsible one. But she had her small moments of rebellion that were nothing like the baby in the family, Ammar's rebellion, which overtook his life and overtakes the novel to a large degree. But there's one time, and this is not a spoiler, because it's a small moment, so if you don't want me to spoil a small moment, this is the only example I'm going to give. She just goes out of the house and lies on the sidewalk outside the house, or maybe on the driveway pavement, and that's her act of rebellion. And she's so angry at her father, I think, or maybe both parents, and that's her rebellion. She's just going to lie down and pout and see if anybody notices she's gone. Well, the person who, after 20 minutes or an hour or something, it's early evening, and she knows her father will be angry because she's not supposed to. It's a pretty strict family in terms of conservative, socially conservative, Muslim conservative family, which is also explored beautifully in the novel. But there she is, just picture her. She knows her father will be furious for her for just stepping out of the house at night unaccompanied. And who notices her out there after some time has gone by but her baby brother, MR, and I don't remember their ages. She's maybe 12, and so I think he's 8, like 4 years different, something like that. And I can just picture him. He comes wandering out and stands over top of her, and he says, "Why are you such a weirdo?" And I fell so deeply in love with him and the entire novel because of that one moment. And there's so many like that, but that was the one that I will always carry with me. There's another one that's really major, so I'm not going to talk about it in any detail at all, but just to allude to the fact that there's a breakup scene, and what the young woman says to the young man, there's one sentence, and it just ripped my fucking heart out. I loved it so much, and there's so much like that. I think that's enough. I think you get the picture. I loved it. It's not for everybody. If I had to identify things that were not as strong, the middle sister Huda she was very underdeveloped and really should have just been taken out of the novel for all the roles she played. She should have been more developed, but it was that. The final section where we finally get the father's point of view was beautiful, achingly beautiful. Could have been maybe 30, 50 pages shorter because it was kind of revisiting the central events of the novel, but those are so infinitesimal flaws that who cares about those. This is a heartbreaking novel. I loved it, and that's my review. Thanks for watching.